we've got about 3 seconds on the second entry here. Okay, so that's a win. And then we've got about 19 seconds. It looks like we're about in the clear. Hey everybody, Big Mark here, and back with another live trading session. This is pretty much what I do every day, and just trading the markets. We are, well, I'm using 3 indicators most of the time. I'm using just a 50 EMA, which tells me the direction of the trend, and then also the RSI and the stochastic oscillator down here. So what I'm looking for is some kind of trend on the 5-minute chart. And let me set this to 2 minutes for now. And I'm looking for some overbought, oversold areas. But this trend, the price is coming down, but it's making a pullback right here. I'm going to go ahead and check the 1 minute now and see how that's looking. Okay. So the stochastic is a little bunched up here at the bottom. That's okay. Not 100% on this position, although it may work out. Typically what I'm doing is I'm looking for a trend here, but then I would be taking a short. So I will be selling the market after a pullback. And because this blue line is away from this orange line, however, it's looking like it's going to cross that orange line very soon. So I'm probably going to go ahead and stay out because I may have just missed that move, and that's fine. We can just move on to the next asset. So let's go ahead and do that. So we're on the 5-minute here, taking a look at this 50 moving average, which is this bold white line here going through, and just looking for a good trend. That's pretty good. Looks like we got a little pullback, but we kind of missed it. So you can see how it's pulling back to this line here, and then it just bounces off that 50 EMA. That's great, but I'm a little late, so I'm going to go ahead and pass on that. We do have some pairs up here where the payout amounts have reduced. You can see that the GBP JPY OTC is 50% payout, and of course with binary options that's way too low. So we're going to go ahead and add some new pairs, and let's just fill up the top of the screen there. There we go. And we're still on the 5-minute. And I like to look on the 5-minute and then jump down to the 1 minute for entry. Okay, looks pretty good. Let's see what we got going on here. Okay. Everything's going in the right direction. Just don't see anything that really jumps out at me at the moment, but we're gonna keep on looking here. Okay, so not a whole lot. Let's go down to the 1 minute here and really want to get some trades in for you guys. 1 minute, we've got overall downward trend. We've already had a pullback there, so that's already been completed. And I just jumped on the charts, so I have not really previewed anything just yet. Okay, we've got a slight pullback here going on odd CAD OTC. So let's see what's going on here. We have the RSI, which is touching the 50 mark, the 50 line right here. You can see that. And we also have the blue line on the stochastic that it's being separated. I like that. I'm going to go ahead and take a quick buy on that. And let's go ahead and see how this works out. Now I'm only using 1% per trade. I always have this set to 1%. Anything more than that is a little bit risky for this particular strategy. If it does go against me, and I'm not really worried about it because this blue stochastic line here is pretty far away from that orange. Once we see that blue stochastic line start to come around again and recross that orange, we should get a green candle. So typically what I'll do is I'll go ahead and buy it on the way down. So I guess you could call like this is kind of like a, not really DCA, but sort of, but it's not really exactly DCA or dollar cost averaging. But this is a way for you to just follow the market, and you're following the stochastic here. We've waited for that pullback, and now we are entering the market, and we are anticipating the market going up now. Really want to keep an eye on the stochastic. That's really the bread and butter here, guys, because that does have a lot of separation from the orange line. So we could see a little bit more to the downside before that turns around. So going to keep an eye on that. Even though we are in the green, we do have about a minute on some of these positions. So there's still some time left. We can zoom in here, kind of get a closer look on what exactly is happening. So yeah, so I mean, it's looking good now, but you know, based on this blue line here, would really like to see that flatten out. There we go. So you can see the stochastic. I think I got this. Yeah. So that stochastic blue line getting ready to hopefully cross over that orange line right there, which will move us up to the upside. And so we can cash this out. Had a loss, no big deal. You're going to have losses, guys. Just going to have, you just want more wins than you have losses. That's really what this game is all about. So don't be afraid of losses. I used to be afraid of losses, not anymore. I don't really care because I can win more than I can lose. So we've got about 3 seconds on the second entry here. Okay, so that's a win. And then we've got about 19 seconds. Looks like we're about in the clear, and should go ahead and wrap this up in about 10 seconds here. Could come back down. Looks like it's coming down pretty fast. Let's go back and check this out. Okay, we may re-enter on this. Even though we won that, it still came down and closed. Now, would I re-enter right now? It's tempting. However, we have had that blue line already cross over the orange, so it's kind of already played out, and this setup is already completed. Usually I don't enter while it's going back up because I wanted to get in at the bottom, and I don't want to get in a quarter or halfway to the top. So I'm going to go ahead and just zoom out here and then look for another setup. So let's see, we can go back and check the 5-minute, looking at the higher time frames, the way the indicators work, and the price action is a little bit more accurate. You can trust it just a little bit more than the 1 minute. Higher time frames are always more accurate, so or more valid. I got some lines here. I'm gonna go ahead and clear those off. There we go. So we are, we're just kind of moving around here. We got some sideways markets. It's following trends, but it's just, it's kind of really choppy right now. And yeah, even that is kind of wonky, right? I mean, it's going up. We've got an upward trend. There's just not a huge, big pullback there. And it's way up here on the stochastic, and I don't typically like that because at any given time it could really come down lower. So I'm just going to leave that or skip that for now. This looks pretty good. We've got that blue line that's been separating from the orange. However, the next step for that blue line is to be crossed over that orange, and that could make the market push up a little bit more. Although we do have some sideways trend going on here, and that's fine, but that's not really ideal. It's not really what I'm looking for. Okay, so it looks like we got, what is this, 1240? Yeah, usually around 1240. Pocket option kind of resets everything, and so you've got this huge spike here on the chart. I may just go ahead and just remove that market for right now. And I don't know if I removed that, but that's okay. So let's go back to the 1 minute and see if we can grab and snipe a few trades here, because the 5 minutes, it's looked better. But we're coming up here. We've got kind of an overall downward trend a little bit, and we're coming up to the 80 line on the stochastic. And so the blue is separated, so we may, I'll just go ahead and enter just for the sake of this video, just so you guys can see some real trades here. Normally I would take more time and go through several different assets before I enter trades, but hey, you know, we're recording this live, so let me just go ahead and enter in here for you. So let's look a little bit closer here. So we've got that stochastic blue line that's been separated from the orange. That's good. And we want to catch that before that blue crosses over or intersects that orange line. So we want to catch that and enter the trade before that happens. And we're already up on the 80 already, this 80 line here. So it looks like that's working out. We've got about 1 minute to go on that. Let's go back to the line and get a closer look here. We got 1 minute left. Okay. So now, okay, there we go. So we've got that blue line now. Looks like it's crossing over the orange, which is good. Now this could cross up over that orange, and that could make it go up. And we're still not in the clear. Okay, even though that the price has dropped down here, we still have about 44 seconds left. But that is coming down. But while you watch that come down, this candle, look at what's happening on the stochastic. You can see that blue line trying to creep, trying to make its way down on the oscillator. You see that? That's really what we want to see. That's giving us a direction. That blue line right there is your friend, okay? Because that just means red in this case. If it's at the bottom, it means green. So we're pretty much in the clear here. Let's go back to the line tool, and yeah, we're just way far away from our entry, and we've got about 3 seconds to close this out. So there it is. So there's a few trades for you. Lots and lots of fun. If you guys want to join my Telegram group, I have some really cool calculators and spreadsheets that you guys can use that will help you and keep you profitable along the way. I don't do signals at this moment. I don't know if I'm going to be doing signals, but come over to the Telegram group and hang out with us, and I'll be opening up the chat soon. It's fairly new, so but yeah, come over and join, and when that gets opened up, would love to hear from you, and would like to see your trades that you're doing as well. And hopefully I can be any help. I would love to help you out any way that I can. Okay, so leave me a comment below. Subscribe to the video today if you want to see more videos. I will see you guys on the next one. Take care.